now those arguments about like nationhood, what's your nationality, you know, reparations, all those things have their validity in a certain context, right? So I don't have a beef with that. It's just like when you try to make it to be like like it's this or that. Like we're not black. We're actually, right. When it gets into when you get into that, it's like now you going somewhere else with it. We're losing it. We're again clashing with context. You know what I'm saying? Like your context is not the same context as my context. So now we're clashing. So that's So I said we gotta be careful with language, our language. Even going into the build about 12 Jewels, right? So there's a segment of us that use 12 Jewels, and there's another segment that we'll call it poor knowledge. And why is it poor? I don't know why it would be poor, right? We say, okay, well, law didn't teach it, right? They didn't teach it that way, and that's understood, right? But then you also have a newborn curriculum, right? So I don't have beef with a newborn curriculum. I actually like the newborn curriculum. I didn't get it that way, but I actually like it, right? But why would you have a beef with 12 Jewels?
Right.
See what I'm saying? So it's like in the context of it, it's like, so these are things like a lot of times we argue, and we don't really fully understand the context of what each other's saying. So just going in different directions.
Yeah. So all right, I remember when I got the mathematics and alphabets, got them on brain. The 12 Jewels was being, in fact.
So the 12 Jewels was around when you.
Yeah, no question. It was around.
So you got after the mathematics and alphabets.
Yeah, because other guys was quoting them. Again, habit forming. Let me get that. Me put that on brain. Now, this knowledge is wisdom. For decades, that wasn't an issue. There was no campaigning. That's trash. And in fact, its root is, all right, in the Nation of Islam, there was, in the four corners of the flag, is freedom, justice, and equality, right? And then, later on, the 12 Jewels becomes developed, you know what I mean? And then is used. I had no problem, and still don't, in respect to, it's not nothing that I would readily teach now, God. Right, and that's
it. You wouldn't readily teach 12 Jewels?
No. I mean, like I'm giving you that as a foundation.
Right.
No. I mean, first of all, let me qualify and support what you're why I wouldn't argue against that. If you're quoting 120 degrees of lessons, right, then knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, freedom, justice, and equality, food, clothing, and shelter, love, peace, and happiness is immersed throughout this whole. It's in your lesson.
Right.
It's in that. I mean, no.
Some would be like it's redundant to use them, but
absolutely, no, absolutely not. Allah didn't teach that, right?
Not in that fashion.
Yeah, right. God like that.
Right.
Not in that fashion. No, just like. Here's the part everybody leaves out, God. Listen to this one. I don't have refinement in mine either. But check what Allah dropped on me. So when the guards is developing, they getting strong and whatever, you know what I mean, and they be building whatever, and I guess the guards was I guess cursing or there was something they were doing, and Allah said how they needed refinement. How you need. I'm not saying that because you can't refine the truth.
Right.
Here go my thing. But I can refine the way the truth is applied, though.
Absolutely.
Right. With going back to your bill with wisdom. Wisdom is the way, right, or the ability to be able to discern when and say and do a thing and when not to. You know what I mean? It's the way. So you know when to use vulgarity and when not to. You know when to, whatever you need to do. But refinement, culture, equality. Those are areas in which we find, and of course, so that deals with character. So Allah's speaking to the character, like, yo, listen, man, look how you acting. You know, we're not moving like that. So you got power, you got truth, right? But you with your ability to deliver it is poor.
Well, that speaks to, you know, when brothers say that refinement is more closer to culture.
Yeah.
Right? And I could see, you know, the context in which they're saying that, you know, with, you know, in the use of power refinement, I will also say, well, do you have the power to clean yourself up? Right? Do you have the power? Because the power is an ability, right? So,
Yeah.
say power is the truth, right? But, you know, if you're looking up the actual definition of power, it's not going to say the truth, right? We use the truth because it is powerful, right? However, you know, power is defined as an ability. So, do you have an ability to clean yourself up? So that's how I would see power refinement. You know what I mean? But I don't like to get into the arguments and whatnot, because, like I said, like arguing in the clashing of context, right? You know, because you just say that culture is refinement is and culture is synonymous. I can see that, right? But that's in one definition, and we also got to realize that the English language is a bastardized language. So it's been, you know, it's a lot of mixed, diluting, tampering with the English language. So in studying it, it's like, you know, I don't want to get too caught up in that, you know. But there are different ways, like, you know, the different ways of how to manifest something, how to share it. It's there's you can how can I say, like, you manifest with cultures is one's way of life. A cat, rat, dog has a way of life, right? So a cat, rat, and dog doesn't have refinement, right? It has a way of life, right? It has a culture, right? But then you say, okay, now when you add the supreme mathematics to it, that's when you elevate it, and then that's when in culture.
Yeah. Okay. So now I was waiting. So we speak supreme mathematics in alphabets, which means alphabetical mathematics that verifies the truth of life, and it's supreme. No, you're not going to find our definitions in Webster.
Right.
You know, because when you knowledge is the motivational whatever it means this, and you know.
Well, however, when I got mathematics, I was told to
go there.
Go.
No, because you're exercising. Yes,
right,
you do.
Right.
No, but I mean,
it's not like we changing the meanings of these
no,
words.
Right. No, because knowledge, right, it's accumulation of facts. But I remember how I first learned what knowledge was. 1974, the Fort Greene Valley. Prince was speaking, and most people knew what he was saying, but I was awestruck because of how he explained how knowledge is like the sun is to the universe, like the black man is to his family, and he equated knowledge to how it's the foundation, and like the sun is the foundation, so all the planets are subsisting and are obedient to his light, like the black man is to his family. You know, coming later on, I learned that's the law of correspondence, right? As above, so below. You know, so, and that, you know, sun, moon, and stars, man, woman, and child. You know what I mean? You know, wisdom. Wisdom is wise words. You know, to this and that and whatever. But now when you go to their dictionary, like you say, God, you know, we go there because I'm not speaking Arabic. I'm speaking English.
Right.
So we're asking you to speak maturely. So you have to refer to these lexicons and these dictionaries for the definition of things. But we look into them wisely, too. You know what I mean? Right. Look into them wisely. You know, so this way we're not getting, because what happens too, when understanding means to see. So yes, so seeing from the third eye, which is the mind, so that's comprehension. right? But I remember a brother was telling me about perception, and he was kind of going somewhere else. I mean, nice choice of words you're using, right? But you're not in line or in sync with what this is really meaning. Right. You know, so that's, you know, kind of going there. You know what I mean? Staying, no question, God, going back to our build. The idea is the same. So even when I grow, I'm going to make sure that
it's rooted.
Right, God. There you
rooted.
go.
Yeah,
right. There you go, God. Thank you.
Right.
See the basics.
Yeah.
There you go.
So, you don't want to you don't want to turn knowledge into born, right?
Right.
Something that is
not. Right. That is not.
Like kind of grafted and turned.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, but you do want to have there's a root, and that's why I said, like, I always found the use of, like, when I was given the mathematics, to go to the dictionary, because, like I said, we're not making up these words. Right. But you know, but then when, like you said, what Prince, how Prince, and many other gods I've known that said, like, you know, knowledge is the foundation, and knowledge, you know, is the black man, you know, just as the son is the foundation of his family. I've heard that, you know, many times. And you actually told me that that I think that Prince, I might have heard Prince say that, you know what I'm saying? But you said that you heard it from Prince. Heard it from. But I would get plus degrees, you know.
Yeah, with that same science.
With the same science, you know what I'm saying? But then, like, get the context. Okay, so if he's the foundation and he's the knowledge, then they say, you know, then the woman is the wisdom, right? But then there's the brothers who.
So he had a problem with that.
Yeah. Right.
He said, "No, my woman is not wisdom.
Right.
My words are the wisdom, man. My woman ain't. You know how is she that? Right. You know what I mean? Because remember the class we had, you even dropped it, God. You said how knowledge and wisdom work interdependently. Remember you were telling me, so God, I was trying to find the word. You said, God, you mean interdependently. Right. I said, right. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's how she works. You know what I mean? Again, you know,
because it works with each other.
Right. The sun, moon, and stars, man, woman, and child. Right. And right. So, not losing the point. God, coming back, because I'm going straight from my thought process. As long as it's rooted. Right, it's rooted, God. You know what I mean? Like, you know, again, there's different ways. You know what I mean? Like, I certain things I had to unlearn. You know what I mean? Yo, because it's my wisdom. Okay, so you're saying that because knowledge is the black man. So quite naturally, knowledge is one. Two would be her. Right. But then what happens with that same bill too is because here's how the bill goes. Wisdom is the wise words spoken by the wise man. Wisdom is the black woman. She's secondary, most necessary.
Yeah. We had that bill about that. The secondary but most necessary. Well, I mean, you know, if you really, I mean, as you can size that up. Right, secondary, you know, as in terms of she comes after the knowledge, or you know, and then you say most necessary because, you know, you definitely need her, right?
Right.
Interdependent, and that doesn't, like, negate her or put her, you know, below us, or you know, like, you know, or behind us, or less than us, right? See, that's what I'm saying. It just comes down to the context, and a lot of times we'll argue the context, you know. But I like these conversations because, like I said, you get to see the different perspectives of the context, right? So, yeah, because you know, one brother told me about, like, you know how Saeem gave it up was like, you know, like, nah, my woman's not the wisdom, like I'm the wisdom, because, you know, that I came from the mind of Allah, and he's the knowledge. I'm the wisdom, right? I'm the one manifesting. I'm showing proof his mind, right? So
I'm coming after,
right? So okay, that's peace too, right? But it's like, again, but that's a different context, right? Or
right.
These are things that, you know, I would say, just, you know, at least I'm mindful of it, you know, watching, you know, my own language and being sure that my language, that I don't clash with, you know, some, cause I like you would say, like, well, what do you mean?
Right. Bottom
line,
Can you show and prove?
That's it.
I don't. What do you mean by XYZ? You know what I mean? You know, and it can't be just because someone taught me. Right. You have to like Prince. You have it in your thing. That's your thing.
Yeah.
You have to do your research like I did mine.
Right.
In fact, and that's how we were taught. Like I can't give you knowledge, wisdom, and understanding.
Right. You understand on your own.
Right. I can show you where to go. You know what I mean? You know, you can hear you drawing it up, but you're gonna have to comprehend. You're gonna have to research. You know what I mean? You know, and understanding truly comes in time.
Right.
Yeah. You know, like you, I can right now hear and comprehend what you're saying, but then we fast forward as I'm traveling. You know, the experience. You know, you experiencing mathematics. You know, wisdom is not just the wise words that the man and woman speaks, but the life that they lived. Right. And through the course of your travel, you like, okay, oh, whoa, you know what? Look at this, look at the science. Look how this is unfolding.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then you get to seeing, you know, where that's understanding applies. You get a greater perception and picture.
Right.
You know.
Right.
You must do your own research, as I did.